today. Welcome in. My name is Katie Maike. I'm a psychic medium. I'm also an intuitive life coach. I have a master's in sports psychology and other in behavioral analysis. So today we're going to talk about you getting in touch with your intuition a little bit. I am going to do some free readings for you guys. I have some specials. I hope to make some connections. And we're going to talk a little bit about spirituality. Okay, so if you were here and you are connected to spirituality, good morning, how are you? If you maybe feel like you are connected to like this whole awakening, but you don't know what it is, I'm going to tell you you're here for a reason. Let me just pull this in. So this is the Meta Movement, and I record the Meta Movement Tuesday through Thursday here on TikTok. I do this live so that I can connect with you guys, and then I upload this later onto YouTube. So go ahead and say hi in the comments if you were just getting in here. I'm coming to you from Southwest Florida. So it's the, I'm on the east coast of the Gulf Coast, but it's the west coast of Florida, on the east coast of the U.S. So, hi guys, how are you? Nice to be here. Tell me where you're from. So it's about 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time where I am. So it's like lunchtime. So I might catch some people on the East Coast getting their lunch. Maybe some people on the West Coast just waking up. Maybe you are from Europe or Africa. Tell me where you guys are from. All right. Hello, Alyssa. Welcome in. How are you? Okay, so someone's telling me to get a real job. No, that is a limited belief. And I'm just going to let you know that I do have a master's in sports psychology and another in behavioral analysis. So I've worked with athletes, teams, collegiate teams on imagery use, visualization techniques. And I come to you from a standpoint where I take my spirituality and I combine it with psychology so that you can help to heal yourself. All right, guys. So how are you? Thanks for being here, Tennessee. Hello. Money isn't real. Capitalism is oppressing. Money isn't real. You know, your reality is whatever you make it. All right. Hello from California. How are you? Pensacola. Hello from Texas, Minnesota, Arizona. Welcome in, guys. Welcome. We are all over the place today, aren't we? We're all over the U.S., different time zones. Someone's eating breakfast. I just had some yogurt, so I just ate breakfast. What am I saying? When you are in this awakened state of mind, you no longer are controlled by this 9 to 5 that the government wants you to do since birth, right? We are given a birth certificate at birth so that we can work. It's so insane. It's so insane. All right. This person. Okay, so some user, I get this all the time, guys, but this is great. I have someone in here says this person has no degrees. I have a master's in sports psychology. I have another master's in behavioral analysis. I was a high school psychology teacher for 3 years, and I still teach psychology to kids over in India. All right, so I'll see you later. How are you guys? Thanks so much for being here. I do appreciate it. It's always great to have a reason to tell people your accolades, so I'll use that as there's good in everything. There's a reason for everything, right? Maybe I'm supposed to be telling you a little bit more about my degrees because I do use psychology to help heal myself, and the point of psychology or understanding psychology for me isn't just to heal myself. So here I am doing all this research to try to figure out how to heal myself, so now I can bring you guys the skills that is necessary. All right. Okay. Yes, free will is great. Move along if you don't have anything to say. But I did. Let me tell you a little bit how I started my journey. Okay, because a lot of people do ask me that question about when I realized that I had something to offer. When did I realize that I was psychic or medium? And here I'll tell you. So I was always really, really attracted to mediumship or medium, psychic abilities, things like that. I actually had no idea what like tarot cards were or how to use them. But I started this awakening process and I went into like a lot of deep meditation and a lot of self-healing. And I did this on my own because I felt like I was alone. This was probably like 8 years ago I started this process. And one day I just kind of woke up. It was right after, like, remember in 2020, I think in December when we moved into Aquarius, it was right around that energy. I did my very first reading. I woke up that day and I knew it was calling to me, but you know, I had this tarot deck and I didn't feel connected to it. The pictures weren't connecting to me, okay? And I still use the deck, but later I realized that you have to feel connected to a deck in order to use it. I was wondering why I felt so off. So anyway, I woke up one day and I said, okay, universe, I'm yours. Like, take me to my destiny. What am I supposed to do? Show me the signs. Like, I've been seeing these synchronicities for so long. What do they mean? Where are they leading me? And I didn't realize that the synchronicities and those numbers and my thought patterns that I had been recognizing and learned to recognize for the past couple years was leading me to my psychic abilities. It was leading me to look for signs in different ways or externally. So I woke up this day and my daughter turned on the TV. We don't have like regular TV. We have like Netflix. So she pulls up Netflix, and right up on Netflix was like a woman in an orange jumpsuit. It was like Orange is the New Black was on. And I noticed it, like it stood out to me. And I kind of had this weird like feeling in my belly, this weird physiological feeling in my stomach, and I didn't really know why. But later on I realized that is a psychic ability too. Your physiology, the way that your body talks to you emotionally, sweating, heart racing, stomach drop, those are psychic abilities. Those are ways of you communicating with your own intuition. So 2 seconds goes by and I grab my phone, okay, and I open up Facebook. And what do I see? A woman in an orange jumpsuit on my news feed, okay? So that's a synchronicity. I just saw a woman in an orange jumpsuit up on the TV, open up my phone, and I see another one, okay? So I'm following my synchronicities. I go, okay, there's something here. So I look at the girl's name and I don't recognize who she is, but I recognize her last name, and I worked with her mother like 7 years ago. So I go and I reach out to her mother, okay? Because I said I wanted to be a psychic medium, and this is what psychic mediums do. They give readings, so jump to it. So I reached out to her and I said, are you open to a reading? I feel really drawn to you. Can you, it'll just be really simple. I've never done this before. And she was very like open to it. She was like, oh, sure, honey, do it for me. Sure. So I did a normal past, present, future reading with tarot because it's brand new. I was following structure. And then at the very end of the reading came the real psychic abilities. At the end of the reading, I envisioned an outline of her body, and I saw her chest beaming in bright red. And then I saw 2 circles down in her like pelvic area that were yellow. And this is the first time this has ever happened. So when this was happening, I was just kind of trying to communicate to her, I don't know what this is, but like if I were to have to go on a stoplight, like green, yellow, red seems really bad. And there seems to be something really bad that's over your chest. And she says, well, I have COPD, but it doesn't seem to be flaring up. I'll go to the doctor. So she goes to the doctor for COPD, everything's fine, but she felt still really drawn to my reading. So she went to get a mammogram. It turned out she had stage 3 breast cancer. And she had messaged me like a month later while she was in chemo treatments telling me, I know what the red was that you saw. It was breast cancer. It was stage 3, but luckily the doctor said that we were going to have enough time to get chemo and I get to keep my breasts. And this was a conversation that like, it really catapulted my career because I believed at that point that I had information that could help save people's lives. I had information or had access to information that helped to save her life. So that is when I started my career, and I was open to the public. I started saying, hi, my name is Katie. I'm an energy reader, psychic medium. And that was so scary for me, guys. It was so scary. And let me tell you, like 4 months went by, and then I got a message back from her and random, and she says, I went back over your reading that you did for me, and I can tell you what those 2 yellow spots you saw in my pelvic area were. I just had a colonoscopy, and the doctor said he removed 2 cancerous masses in my colon. And when she said that to me, like, like my mind was blown, because it made me realize that any non-confidence or any people that come on here and try to tell me that I'm fake or I'm scamming people, like I just want to flip the bird to them, because I've been through that. I've been through all that whole confidence thing where I had the same beliefs that they did. I grew up around people who said mediums and psychics were not real. I had those limited beliefs keeping me from being this person that I truly am. So now that I realize that the first reading I ever did was so fucking accurate, it always keeps me going. It keeps me going to help more people. No matter who comes at me, no matter who attacks me, you just got to keep going. So, yeah, so that's what bothers me when people jump the gun and say this doesn't resonate. Like, it's okay. You just have to realize that a lot of people are going to say that, and a lot of people are going to, it's stuff later on. I don't know how far in the future some of the stuff I have to tell you. I don't know when it's supposed to come in. Time is a weird thing with psychic mediumship, because like time is man-made. Time is not real. Like, we go by a clock, but like the earth is spinning at a different rate all the time. It's slowing down or speeding up. I don't know the exact thing. Don't quote me on that. My husband teaches history, not me. Okay? All right. You just did a reading for me about my mediumship abilities, and it really gave me hope. Yes, awesome. Thank you. I do readings for people, and I can help you to see your psychic abilities. I do believe that 99.999% of people who come to me do so because they feel some connection to psychic abilities, and that means you have them. They are there. And it's like, the day that I did that psychic reading, it's not like I wasn't psychic the day before. It's that I just didn't believe in myself the day before. Okay? Oh, hello. How are you? Let's go, guys. All right. So, Dominique's in here, Pink and Black 12. She is my moderator today, and she has all the info. So if anyone has any questions during this next hour or so that I'm on here, please ask her if I don't see the comments. Okay, and I'll let you know if anybody would like to purchase a reading. All you have to do is click the link in my TikTok bio, and I'll show you what that looks like here. Okay, so,
what's your question?
Oops, sorry. All right, I did change my profile picture, guys. Okay, so you'll be able to spot any old scammers versus any new scammers. I'm sure they'll change it fast, but there's my profile. And you see that little blue arrow right there? That link under the blue arrow is going to take you to my page, okay? So I did change it up a little bit. It's pink and black in honor of Dominique, okay? And you can see that I have a $16 psychic reading here. I have a crystal reading where I help to uncover any blocks in your chakras and tell you what crystals you need to balance that energy. And then I also have a $16 aura reading. If you're looking for mediumship, fertility, North Node readings, past life readings, just keep scrolling. They're all in there. All those readings you can access, okay? So let's get to the free readings. Okay, awesome. I'm glad you like it, Dominique. Glad you like it. I like it too. It looks super clean. It's like a light pale pink and black now. Okay. kind of like your pendulum, Dominique. Okay, look, Dominique, I already wrapped up your pendulum to go. So if anyone purchased a pendulum yesterday, that's already wrapped up, ready to go. And let me tell you, anybody who purchases one of my pendulums today or anything else on my website today, I don't know if I'll be able to do this any other day, but I have a few pendulums up there. I tell people all the time I make them really small amounts. But I have these dishes, and I sent you one too, Dominique. Let me show you. I have all of these feather dishes that I made. Can you see these feather dishes? And they hold crystals or hold whatever you want. So you'll get one of these for free. If you do make a purchase today, I can fit it in your box. And the reason I'm doing this, letting you guys know, is a lot of you guys know I am hitting the road soon. Like traveling medium, RV life, family of 6 on the road. So I'm going to be traveling all over the northwest part of the U.S., and I can't take all this stuff with me. Okay, so if you have any personalized questions, please click the link in my bio to guarantee that you get a reading. And just to let you guys know, the prices will change after my live is done, okay? So, listen up, guys. I do readings right now. I do readings, messages from guides. I do energy readings, tell you what energy, things that you need to kind of know, messages or blocks that you need to go through, energy that you need to embrace. Those kind of things usually come through during these lives. And how you get your reading during this live is all you have to do is say your name. Don't say the question, just say your name. If you have a specific question that you need answered, I ask you kindly to purchase a $16 reading or something longer if you want something longer, okay? There you go. Awesome, guys. All you got to do is say your name. Brianna? Okay, so there we go. And I'm using today's 5-cent tarot. So if you are drawn to this deck, the link is in my bio, okay? So this reading is for Brianna. What does Brianna need to know? I heard it takes guts. Rite of passage. I just got the 6 of needles, which is like 6 of swords. And this is about like overcoming something big or in your life. So just know, like, if you are struggling right now with something, I do feel a huge success in your life. Like, I feel a breakthrough of energy that is coming very soon, if not, like, in very soon energy, okay? Very soon energy if you're not already in it. But I do feel like, when I say rite of passage, I feel like it's a closing of a cycle, and I feel like you're off to bigger and better things, okay? So I feel like your guides want to give you like a kudos and keep pushing. If you haven't felt that breakthrough yet, keep pushing because the breakthrough is very, very close, okay? All right. Thanks so much for joining, guys. My name's Katie Maike. I'm a psychic medium. I'm also an intuitive life coach. I have a master's in sports psychology and other in behavioral analysis. So what I'm going to be doing is teaching you guys a little bit about your own psychic abilities and how to strengthen them. I think we take it for granted that, like, somebody like Michael Jordan, he has we might say he's blessed with natural athletic abilities. But I mean, if you think about it, he worked his ass off as a kid. He was always playing basketball. He was always practicing. So psychic abilities, intuitive abilities are just like physical abilities. Some people are more gifted than others, but some people also work harder at it. So I have to tell you, you have the potential to grow your abilities. You have the potential to do a lot of things that you probably didn't even realize were possible. I do a lot of missing persons readings, and see, it says go beyond. You have the ability to go beyond. And how I do this is a lot of people will ask me like where I go in my mind or how I enter this information. A lot of people might call it Akashic Records. A lot of people might call it the Matrix. I believe psychologically, Carl Jung was an analytical psychologist, and he believed in, you guys have heard of like the iceberg theory, right? Where only most of our conscious mind is above water and everything else is underneath or submerged. I believe Freud had a similar theory with an id ego and super ego. Carl Jung had, his theory was the conscious, the collective conscious and the collective unconscious. And the collective unconscious is kind of like what I believe is like Akashic Records or the matrix of information. It's that we all have access to the all of information. We all have a connection to the unconscious collective mind energetically. So when I go to do a missing persons reading, I go to embody that energy of that person, and I'm literally like looking around as if I was that person. It's like being able to spy through another person's eyes. It's very possible. When I do medical readings, I literally see your body, inside of your body. Bones, blood, muscles, I like bile, like I physically see it. If you've ever seen, what's the name of that show? The Magic School Bus, where the kids shrink down and they go into the body and they see different parts of the body. That is literally how I see it in my third eye, okay? Now, let's get to some more readings. I'm going to use a Soul's Journey deck. This is awesome to figure out any blocks that you're going through in your life. All right, and I'll show you how simple this deck is to use. So if you are looking for something that can help kind of catapult you into healing, this Soul's Journey deck is definitely for you. This is linked in my bio as well, okay? Connie, humor. Okay, now the reason I feel like humor came out is it does, okay, there's two things. I feel like there is this idea of really enjoying the lighter side, and at the same time, I feel like when you do laugh, it's a coping mechanism. I don't actually feel like, a lot of the time you feel like it's funny. I feel like you've laughed to feel included a lot, and this comes from childhood. You've laughed a lot to feel included, and I feel like it's in fear of being isolated somehow. But I also see you taking life very seriously, and I feel like you need to lighten the mood a little bit. You need to really look at the lighter side of life in order to bring more love and light into your life, okay? So project what you want. If you would like to be surrounded by people who are light and happy and loving, then you need to project that as well. And I do believe when you do that, she's like, yes. When you do that, those people will fall out organically. They will fall out of your energy. It's called raising your vibration. So if anyone has a relationship or a situation they want to get out of, like, gosh, I had a narcissistic ex who just would not leave me alone. No matter what I did. I felt like I could not get away from them. I was able to. I just felt like I wasn't able to. And it wasn't really until I realized I had to rise above, I had to rise out of the vibration that they were in, that they were bringing me into. And that basically includes not thinking or doing or feeding into any of their energy or activity, okay? All right, you're welcome, love. Wolfalina? Okay. Message for you. No regrets. Okay. Now I feel like I have to bring up for you this idea of reality about decision making and fear versus love. And I do feel like for a lot of us, this is the beginning of awakening, when we realize that every day we make choices based on fear or the opposite of fear, which is love. Okay, and this is what I mean. I've given this example so many times before. It's like driving to work every day the same way, and for a minute you are at the stop sign, your brain says go straight, there's another way to go, and immediately you say things to yourself like, oh no, what if I'm late, or what if I get in an accident, or what if, and you say, I'm just going to go the regular way. Well, you basically just made a choice at that point to take fear. Okay, wait, someone said Facebook claiming to be you. Okay, I haven't gotten a Facebook one yet, but can you message me on Instagram, please, love? Thank you. Okay. Now, let's go back to this girl or boy. I'm sorry, I don't, Wolfania? I'm so sorry. I know it was a long name, and I just saw you say yes, so, okay. Now, those instances where your brain sends you a picture, an image, or a thought to do something else, like take this road or make this choice, and you say, I'm too afraid to do that, you have then made a choice of fear-based, and you are now back in that karmic cycle, okay, with the same ending, okay? In order to get out of those karmic cycles, you have to recognize which choice is based on fear and take the opposite choice. It's harder to say which choice is focused on love. It's easier to say which choice is focused on fear. Let's do the opposite, okay? All right. So if you guys would like to make sure that you do get a reading today during my live, you just have to click the link in my bio. It'll take you to my site called, it's a snip feed link. So I work through third-party companies who validate who I am. And I do this because there's a lot of spammers and scammers and people who fake profiles and pretend to be people that they're not. So I work through third-party companies who validate who I am, and they have safe and secure payment systems. So if anything funky goes on, it's really easy to get your money back or make something right, okay? That's why I do not I know, go into your DMs and ask for donations or gift cards or PayPal or Cash App or Venmo, okay? Don't do any of that with my face. Now, some of the companies and websites I work for do use PayPal, but their companies are LLCs, so it's backed up by PayPal. If you choose to send someone money just as a paypal.me/, that will not be backed up by PayPal, okay? So I don't do it that way. Just tell your friends, tell everybody, just know that I don't do that. If I do slip into your DMs, we just chit chat, I tell you what you need to hear, and if you do want to book a reading, then you'll be redirected right to my website, the same website that I have here. So you can go check that out. On Instagram, I do have another website up, it's Hey Hero. I love to keep Hey Hero up. Hey Hero has over 120 reviews on there, so if anybody is interested in maybe just checking out the reviews because you're still skeptical, go ahead and do that. Okay, here we go. Renee. Here we go, Renee. Messages from your guides. Nope, they want to tell you a block that you have. Okay. Something that is blocking Renee from progressing and being successful in life. I heard in life. Patience. Okay. The idea of accelerating things or getting the answers quickly, or like, I feel like it always falls short. You know, it always falls short. It's like obsessing over something, and then when it comes, you're not as satisfied and you continue to chase the next thing. Okay, I feel like you need more patience, except that everything happens in divine order. Okay, it's kind of about like, you do the work and then you let it go. Like, you don't energetically give it any of your thought, because after your hands are off of a project, of an idea, of whatever it is, after your hands are off of it, it's the universe's job to take care of the rest. There's a lot of moving parts, okay, to everyone's manifestations. There's a lot of moving parts. So in order to get you to a successful place where you feel successful, you have to have more patience. And I feel like basking in the energy of what's going on now is really going to help you feel more successful over time, because this is how I feel. I feel like it's like setting an end goal. Like, you have an end goal in mind instead of like a lot of small goals. So you're not actually like celebrating along the way. You're just kind of hanging out until the end. And then when you get to the end, it's just not as a big deal as you thought it was, and it always falls short. Okay, and it has to do with expectations, but it also has to do with not being grateful along the way, because the more grateful you are, the more the universe will give you to be grateful for. Patience, though, patience. Let go of having to know. I should put that on a t-shirt. Sorry if it's lagging. I actually don't have that great of an internet right now. So someone said, do you ship internationally your feather dishes, etc.? I don't ship internationally unless the only way to do it is to talk to me in the DMs. And I just don't ship internationally usually because of the shipping and having to do that. So I'm so sorry. I'm just going to say no. It's going to be so much for me. I'm just going to say no. As much as I would love to, yeah. Okay. Tina. All right, something that is blocking you. So courage came up in reverse. I find the inner strength to face fears with confidence. And I feel like it's very important for us to realize that we can't begin to heal ourselves. Like, the very first step to healing is loving ourselves. And we have to be okay and love ourselves and have confidence and support ourselves and be there for ourselves first and foremost. Okay, this means not searching elsewhere for love or to feel whole or to feel good. Okay, it comes from inside. And if you can't sit with yourself in silence and you need something to distract you or whatever the case may be, then that means that you have things to deal with inside of you. You're running from your own thoughts. You're running from your own healing. Let me tell you this crazy example. I did this to a clerk one day. I was purchasing something at the store, and it was really easy. It was really early. It's really early in the morning, and it was silent. Like, their music wasn't on yet, and they had just opened, and he was sitting there cashing me out, and it was a good 5 or 10 seconds of silence. And then out of the blue, he just yells, "Can I get the music on?" Like, it startled me, and the first thing that popped out of my mouth was, "What's the matter? You can't be alone with your own thoughts?" And I was like, did I just say that? But that's so true. Like, I was once that person where I would get home from work, and if I had nothing to do, I would be texting all of my friends. And I would be like, "Can you hang? Do you want to do something?" Like, this person, this person, this person, this person. And it was because I didn't want to be alone with myself. I didn't realize I didn't want to be alone with myself. I didn't realize that I wasn't satisfying my own social cues, or my own, what do you call it? Social instincts. Okay. I felt like other people needed to fill those spaces for me. And it wasn't really until I learned to love myself when I started to have the courage to heal myself. Okay. You can't go to heal yourself without fully caring about yourself. You can't skip that part. So a lot of you are going to have a heart chakra awakening, or should focus on your heart chakra before you begin to heal things. Okay. All right, so I'm going to use the Daily Crystal Inspiration deck now. All right, and don't forget, guys, I'm doing $16 readings. The link is right in my bio. Do not forget. If you would like to connect with me, please book that during this live. The price goes back up to $22. I also have a reading that involves this deck. So I'm going to do the reading right now. If you do not get chosen for this, and this is something that you really want, please book with the link above. It's only $8 I'll go into probably a little bit more detail than I do here, but I'll give you an idea of what's going to happen. So if you book the Crystal Chakra Healing reading, I'm going to use this deck to do an energy reading on you. The deck is also going to reveal what crystal you need in your life to balance the chakra that is out of whack. So I'll be able to kind of let you know what area needs focus the most. All right, so I hope you guys are ready for this. I hope you're up for this, Ricky. All right, so what chakra needs healing? What crystal do you need in your life, Ricky? And don't forget, guys, I post these weekly, so on Sunday you should check my YouTube if you want to watch one of these live again, if you missed a reading from yourself, or if you want to re-listen to it, okay? Ricky, what blocks do you have, Ricky? All right, Shungite, detox your life. This is what I'm saying. You're too hooked to your phone. Shungite, like, I know you're on your phone now, which is ironic, but Shungite, I have Shungite. I don't know if I have any right here with me. I keep a personal piece because Shungite is really good as far as pushing away any 5G or energy from devices or computers or screens or things. So I feel like energetically what you need to do right now, it says detox your life. So I feel like you need to get away from the social media. I do feel like there's something about you detaching from electronics and really kind of focusing on you, because I do feel like there's just a lot of blah, 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 blah that's a daily thing for you. And I feel like you're super searching for something creative, something that you can feel passionate about. And redoing your root chakra with Shanghai is really going to help, okay? All right, here we go. Kiki. Okay, Kiki. What crystal do you need in your life? And if you guys don't get chosen for this, I have an $8 reading. It will tell you what crystal you need in your life. If I have that crystal, I'll link it in there for you. All right, Kiki. I'm going to just go ahead, and I feel like you need moldavite. But I don't know if it's in this. I don't think it's in this deck. Turquoise. Okay, turquoise is prioritizing your health. Now, let me tell you a little bit about turquoise. Make sure if you go to purchase this, you're not purchasing turquoise colored howlite, because that happens a lot. And just know that most turquoise is truly expensive. And if it's not, it's probably crushed and then fused back together. Okay, so prioritize your health. I do feel energetically, I'm getting a lot of mental state, you really need to prioritize your mentality and where your thoughts lead you. Like, I feel like it's very easy for your thoughts are like showing me like it's so easy to lead you into negativity, a negative thought process. Like, it's very easy for you to spiral down in a thought, or if something happens you don't expect, it's very easy for you to take that negative look. And I feel like you need to maybe, she's like on point. Okay, you need to prioritize your mental health. Like, catch yourself when you're falling, when your thoughts are falling, catch yourself. Wear like a rubber band. Okay, no joke. I did this with athletes all the time. It's a mental thing because humans don't like pain. Okay, so if you can catch yourself having a spiraled out of control thought, like, let's say someone comes to your house and it makes you think of 6 other things about something bad that's going to happen to you. Like, you just have to flick yourself with the rubber band to catch that thought. Okay, does that make sense? Like, what's going to happen is, like, your brain's going to associate pain with that negative thought, and it's slowly going to make it want to go away. I do this with athletes. If they, let's say a hitter keeps dropping their shoulder when they're hitting, every time they do it, they would flick their wrist because it's reminding them to lift their shoulder. It's retraining them, okay? So anybody can do that with any behavior or thought, basically. Yes, Dominique, take advantage. If you have a relationship question, if you have a question about moving, if you have energy of another person, if you have, if you have career questions, finance questions, and the best finance questions, I feel like, aren't things like, am I going to be financially stable? It's, how can I be financially stable? Or what do I have to do? What are my angels telling me I have to do with my finances in order to be successful in the future? So always be looking for questions like that, something that can help you in the now, because as an energy reader, what I'm doing is I'm reading the energy of now, and I'm telling you what Spirit is showing me it's going to look like in the future. It's almost like the butterfly effect. I've always been really good at this, where, Final Destination, the movie Final Destination, where one thing triggers another, triggers another, triggers another. Sometimes I literally can see an entire thing of events that play out in my mind of one thing that happens now because that happened, this happened, because this happened, that happened, because this happened, that happened, and it just goes so fast in my brain, and then I'm shown like this end product. So a lot of the time, I mean, I could explain it, but a lot of the time it's easier to just show people what the end result will look like, but it doesn't have to be like that. It's just the energy that's being shown now, so you can change that. Okay? All right, here we go. Lynn. Okay. What crystal do you need in your life? Don't forget to double tap on that screen, guys. Give this live some likes. Let's get to 22,000. I am Intuitivehealer22, All right, here we go, Lynn. What crystal do you need in your life? What's going to help you to unblock that chakra? Epidot. It's the Nug card, whether it's Nug or Epidot. Epidot is healing the healer. I say this all the time. This is what I use to heal myself. Okay, I don't have a piece of it near me. It's usually, Epidot is usually like mixed into Prenite. So you might find that type of matrix. Yes, we all love this card, guys. We all love this card. This card is a healing card, heals the healer. Yes, okay. So get some of that. All right, Susan, a block for you. I heard your intuition, something about, okay, I got Speak Your Truth, and I also got Sodalite. Sodalite is a beautiful crystal. I do not have any right now for sale, but I have a huge chunk that looks just like this. It's gorgeous. Now, this is what I feel like. You're being told things to say on a daily, things in conversations, but you're not saying them. You are not listening to your intuition. Things are coming into your head of things you want to say, and like for some reason you're still thinking about other people's reactions, or you're thinking like 10 times, okay, am I gonna have to deal with this if I say this? Like, you're thinking so far ahead of the conversation that you're just ignoring your intuition. I need you to slow down and really listen to what your thoughts are telling you to say and how to speak and how to communicate, because it's there. Like, that is psychic abilities. That is connection to your intuition. Okay, if you're getting a thought before you say it to say something, that is your intuition. That's psychic abilities, okay? Just know that, guys. Look, a lot of you are going to be connected to your own intuition, your own higher self, okay? And let me show you how I started using pendulums to do this, okay? So I'm going to show you how to use this pendulum really quickly. All the pendulums that I have here are for sale. I just make small amounts, little pendulums here and there when I feel super like creative, and then I just throw them up on my website to see if anybody like feels connected to them. So this is rainbow fluorite, and I have kind of like this, I guess you call it like a mermaid purple and green on top. And it has a beautiful like druzy rainbow titanium on the end. So this is $33. The link is in my bio. This is available. I think I have like 4 pendulums available. So this is how you would use a pendulum. Now, it's important to know that nobody is moving the pendulum except for you. I don't care who says that a spirit is coming through and pushing the pendulum a certain way, or the dowsing rods. No spirit is coming in and physically pushing those rods. It's you. You are doing it. It's your muscles are twitching in your body that are connected to your brain. And the reason I know this is because I have a master's in sports psychology, and we teach athletes to use mental practices to increase their physical abilities. What do I mean by this? At nighttime, we would literally tell athletes to imagine themselves doing 200 crunches before they went to bed, because science showed that when we put electromagnetic spectra, electroencephalograph, I don't know what the heck it's called. I forget what it's called. But by putting them on our brain, I think it's not an MRI. Why can't I think of it? Anyway. We saw that when we thought about our leg moving, then muscles in our legs started to twitch, okay? Could that be used in weight loss? Yes, definitely, 100%. It can be used in weight loss. It has been proven to be used with cancer patients in hospitals. So those who did visual activities where they imagined like old cells dissipating and new cells re-entering their body, they healed at a faster rate. They left the hospital at a faster rate. They had a better mood than other patients who did not do the visualization. So visualization is so important. But this is what you're doing. So as we are all connected to this intuitive matrix of information, we all have access to the truth of everything. Okay, this is how I can do psychic readings for missing people. Now, what I do, how I use a pendulum is I have to first figure out what a yes looks like and first figure out what a no looks like. Send me all of them for weight loss. Okay. Okay, I can do that. Okay. Okay, how far out are your readings at this point? Let's check and I'll get right back. Let's check how far out the readings are. I did a bunch of readings before I came on live, so that I wouldn't be backed up. Okay, let's see. Sorry that I didn't say this before. Okay, I actually have 3 booked right now. I have an urgent response from April. So if anybody needs a response done right after the live, April booked an urgent response. So April will get the reading back right after. Kristen, I see you on there. Heidi, I see you on there. And if anybody else has booked, just know that your reading has been sent, or it's done. Like, it will be sent right after. So you just click the link in my bio. Okay, click the link in my bio. It'll take you, actually it'll pop up right here and it'll take you right to my TikTok bio. You see a blue arrow. Hi, Stephanie. How are you? And it'll take you right to my page. Let me show you what that looks like. Okay, just for those of you who are just getting in here. So my page is pink and black. Ooh. Okay, there's my page. I know it's so hard with this ring light. I have to like stand back here. Okay, so here's my page. There's a lot of like reading materials. There's the decks I use. There's the crystals and pendulums. These are the readings. You'll notice there's an urgent response right up there. Urgent response. Readings are all in there, guys. Okay, so you should be able to access everything. All the questions that you have, how to get there, link is in bio. Okay, now, when you're using a pendulum, what you need to do is, the first thing you need to do is ask yourself a question that you know the answer is yes to, okay? Is my name Katie? And then you want to watch to see how the pendulum moves. So you see mine's kind of moving, well, mine's moving clockwise. So for myself, I would know right away that a yes is a clockwise for me, okay? Now, I also know that a back and forth for myself is no. So what I do is, see on your palm how you have lines on your palm? I kind of line my pendulum up with the lines of my palm, and I ask a question that I know is no. Because I know it moves back and forth, that's what I use. Some people might go in opposite direction. Some people may not move at all. Okay? So I would say, like, is my name Chandler? So right away, it's really lining up with that line on my hand. Can you see how it's spinning back? It's going back and forth. It's not really spinning. Okay. I am in my shower. I am. I have a huge oversized shower that I don't need. It has great acoustics and it's 2 doors away from the family. So I do a lot of my readings in the shower. Okay. So using a pendulum is really going to help you make decisions daily. I would recommend you guys getting an oracle deck or getting a pendulum to help you make decisions daily. Like, it could literally, so your significant other wakes up and says, let's go to this water park, and you wake up and you say, well, I had ideas of going here, which one should we do? And you can literally ask your pendulums at the exact same time to see, you know, which one you should be doing. Okay. All right. I love pendulums. I love making them. Look, I even made some that have little winter hats. This is clear quartz, and then this is a pink Himalayan quartz. This one has a little hat on top. I don't know. It's warm here in Florida, but sometimes I wish I could wear a winter hat so I wouldn't have to do my hair, you know. I'll show you the 2 others. Now, you'll get the pendulums as necklaces. And the reason I do that is because I wear my pendulums as necklaces usually. And then when I need to use them, I take them off and they become pendulums. So here's another one that I have. There's a lot of gold on this one. They're $22 just in case anyone kind of wants to know. And this one is more of... This one is a twin. See, there's 2 points. So this one would be really good for relationships, maybe even a mother-child or father-child, because it's such a small crystal. And don't forget, if you do purchase one of these crystals, you will just automatically get one of these beautiful feather dishes. Like I said, I'm giving these away with purchase today. Okay, you will randomly get one in your box. Okay? And Dominique, I have one for you. Beautiful pink and gold. All right. Okay, guys. here we go. Please do not forget, jump on that $16 reading. I would love to connect with you. I would love to do a reading for you. Medical, fertility. I do a lot of fertility readings. It just kind of happened after I was doing so many medical readings. A lot of people started to come to me for fertility readings. And I was spot on. I didn't realize that you were the one who told me everything about your life. Like, you literally are the one that tells me about your fertility journey. I ask you how many children you will have, and you show me. I've done a reading for someone, and she just had a miscarriage, and I saw an image of her and her significant other. I didn't know who it was. I just said, I see a bald man and you're looking at a pregnancy test, and you're super shocked. So it doesn't feel like it's something that's planned. It feels like you're very shocked that you're pregnant at this point. And she got really excited because she's like, well, my husband is bald. And I was like, okay, well, that's a good sign. And I was like, well, how long will it be before you get pregnant? And this was the first time I ever did a fertility reading. And she showed me the number 2. So I said to her, it could be 2 months, it could be 2 years. I'm not really sure what that meant. And in 2 months, she came back to me and she said, well, it meant 2 months because I am pregnant. And then she asked me what her gender was, and I said it was a boy. And then 8 months, I think she had a revealing like a couple months later and end up being a boy. So I have a lot of success in fertility readings. I recently have a fertility review that's up on my TikTok page too. So if anyone is interested in knowing any information about their fertility, those readings are available as well. You dream constantly that you're pregnant. Okay, this is what I feel like I have to tell you. How does it make you feel in the dream? You have to analyze how it makes you feel. Like, are you happy? Are you worried? What is like are you worried about who it's with? Like who you're pregnant with? Are you worried that it's another child? Like, it's coming into your mind, into your psyche for a reason, okay? So how do you get a private call or a reading? Good question. So if you click the link in my bio, guys, and you just scroll down to the flames, you'll see these beautiful lit candles. See those? Those are all Zoom meetings. Okay, so I have a 15-minute Zoom, I have a 30-minute Zoom, and then I have 20-minute life coaching, mentoring, and then intuitive psychic abilities or oracle tarot training. Okay? All right, Michelle. Ready? Okay. Here we go. We're just going to keep going with this deck. Don't forget that I have readings available, okay? What does it mean if you have dreams about dying? I would say that it's a fear of dying you need to get over, or there needs to be, or it could be whatever is going on in the dream, like analyze the dream. It could mean that is like ending of a cycle, or that is dying away, or there's a piece of you that never was supposed to be there, that is leaving, that is dying. It could mean something like that. I don't like to analyze dreams too much for people, because I know that if somebody else analyzes your dream, then they're not doing it like intuitively, then they're just projecting their own idealistics of what your dream means according to their own life. Okay? It's called thematic apperception tests. If you guys want to look it up, TAT test in psychology. And hey, Laurel, and then I can remember, and then basically by you taking a TAT test, I can tell you exactly what is on your mind, or what is on your subconscious mind. Okay. Okay. Michelle. All right, block for Michelle. Okay, I don't necessarily think it's a block, but I feel like you're being told to embrace change. I do feel like there's something about, like, I feel like a 3/4 moon just popped into my head, and I almost feel like I want to say you're at the end of a cycle, and there's something that's going to be changing in your life that's, it's going to start off small and build up bigger is how I feel. It's not going to be something like you're going to wake up and bam, like your life changes. Don't expect that. I feel something small, almost like a snowball effect, that's going to be really good change for the future. So if you feel like you can do something for change on a small note, if something feels overwhelming to change all at once, start small, okay? And let that build over time. All right. And don't forget, I do have $8 readings with this deck. So if you need to know what crystal, yes. And this is phantom quartz. Okay. They don't all look yellow. Phantom quartz just means quartz that are inside. Like, can you see the lines in there? It basically means as this crystal was growing, another element whisked over it in the air and created a layer. And then the crystal kept growing. So it looks like multiple crystals within a crystal. All right. All right, Carrie. What crystal do you need in your life? Ocean jasper. I love ocean jasper. There's so many different facets to ocean jasper, and whenever I pull this card, I realize and remember, it reminds me about how many parts and pieces of you there are. And what I feel like I have to say is, you might feel lost right now because you're looking to focus on one aspect of who you are, or thinking that there's one road or one path or one destiny. Like, your life has a lot of things going on, or maybe you do need to start focusing on individual things within your life. Okay. I still just feel like there's a lot of pieces to your puzzle. There's a lot of things going on. But so maybe it's time for you to really like focus on you, or focus in on one thing at a time, and really start to build things small around you, if that makes sense. Like, take time for you. Start with you. Create a good foundation, a good self-love foundation, and then start on some things in your life, working on some small things, areas in your life, one at a time, and really shutting everything else out while you do that, so you're not overwhelmed. Okay? All right, don't forget to double tap on the screen, give this live some likes. It helps to share. We're trying to get to 22,000 because I'm Intuitivehealer22. I love the number 22. That was my number through high school and college. I played sports in college. Feed your creativity, guys. Always feeding your creativity. All right, I'm going to stop with that deck. If anybody would like me to pull a card to uncover a block, what chakra and what crystal they need in their life, I do have an $8 reading available for you. Basically, what you saw me do, where I pulled a card, if I have the crystal, I will link it to you in the reading as well, for your choice to purchase or not. But I'll also tell you where that block is and how to overcome it. Okay. And this is how crystals work. Like, intuitively, crystals have a lot more stable energy than we do as humans. So when we hold a crystal, okay, this is aragonite. When we hold a crystal, we are trying to sync our energy with this crystal. Okay. And just like all crystals have different colors, all colors vibrate on different frequencies. Our chakras vibrate on different frequencies. Therefore, the frequency of this color will vibrate with our sacral chakra. So if we're trying to heal or balance our sacral chakra, we would get a crystal that is a similar color to that area and hold that, or put it in that area in order to overcome a block, or in order to balance that chakra. Okay? All right. Okay, guys. Let me take a look on here. My internet's being a little wonky. I might have to jump off and jump right back on. Okay. Let me check my readings. Rachel, I see you booked. Just letting you know, I see you booked. All right, guys. Hey, Dominique, I'm going to jump off. Oh, I can't jump off. We would need a high tipper. We would need okay, maybe I won't jump off. Let me see what deck I need to use next. Okay, I was going to jump off because my internet is a little wonky right now. But that might ruin or mess up the person who is the highest gifter. Okay. Yes, please send some love and light to Carmen. Yes, Carmen is Dominique's mom, and I actually did a recent medical reading for her, but she's in a lot of pain. She's in a lot of pain, and there's a lot of moving parts to what's going on with her. So like, we can all like stop right now, and maybe we should send her some good vibrations. And I will use 2 crystals to do this. Okay, I'm going to use this amplifying crystal, and then I'm going to use this rose quartz. Okay, so even if you don't want to participate in sending energy right now, you can still receive this energy. So what you would do is you can either imagine, basically you can just imagine like a black outline of someone, or you can imagine me on the other side. You can imagine what Carmen looks like. And what you can do is imagine like a spiral energy of light coming out of your heart chakra and connecting to that other source. Okay, a lot of people don't realize, like, when we do telepathy, it's not our third eye that's doing it. We are communicating through our heart chakra. Okay, so that's how we're going to do this. And I'm going to use these crystals to send energy out that way. And we're gonna just do this for a second. So take a deep breath and maybe even see if any visuals come to you guys while I do this, okay? All right, Dominique, don't cry. Focus, focus, focus. Okay, here we go. We're going to focus. We are sending healing energy through our chakras, through our heart chakra, and I want you to imagine pink and green, or just pink, whatever you are comfortable with. Imagine that light spiraling out of your heart chakra in a clockwise position and pushing forward so that you are making a connection with another soul. There is another soul. Carmen Lopez is on the other side of this heart chakra, okay? And what we want to do is push our energy and our love for anything, whether you want to send her good vibes or you want to push any negative energy out of her and replace any energies or body parts or organs or areas of her body that look negative or feel negative anyway. We want to push that out, and we want to replace that with light. Okay, here we go. I don't know what yours, okay, I felt like I was shooting a gun of light. That was so insane. Like, I felt like it was like, and it could have been because there were so many other people doing it at the same time. I just felt like it was one after another, after another, after another, after another. So I appreciate you guys for jumping in on this. Even if you felt like it was being sent to you, that is still a good connection that we made, okay? And we just jumped a little bit over 22,000 likes, so thank you very much. Thank you so much, guys. I do appreciate it. Okay, Brittany Kelly, I see that you purchased a fertility reading. Just letting you know I got that. Thank you. And you're welcome. That was powerful. You guys, like, I felt like we were shooting like these. I felt like I saw her laying in a bed, and I felt like it was just like these bolts of energy that were just like, it was so many different people, and I could feel the energy. So thank you guys. We'll see if that worked. We'll get some info from Dominique to see how her mom's feeling later today, to see if that worked. All right, Alyssa. Okay, it looks like I'm going to use this deck for you, Alyssa, because I picked it up. Non-stop goosebumps. I know. I kept feeling it in my stomach. Okay. I feel like it was a beam that was so cool. Never did anything like that before, right? But did you guys feel that beam? Like, I felt, it was weird. It felt like I was holding something that was shooting like these light beams at her. It was so interesting. Like, I felt like there were so many people doing it at the same time. It was great, guys. Okay, Alyssa, a message for you. Something you need to know or hear from your guides. Thank you for that, Laurel. Okay, okay. I feel like you have a block that is the word pride. I don't necessarily know if you act accordingly when pride, like your pride, like standing up for your pride, what that means to you. I feel like I need to tell you to go back and analyze like what that means, like how you walk through life being prideful, okay? Because I feel for some reason like there's a disconnect of what really you're being prideful for. Like it's almost like a programming of a defense mechanism or a coping mechanism. And it's like, oh, don't talk about my family like that. But there's this idea of like, well, why? Like, and I feel like maybe when you grew up, like you defended people or you were just quick to defend people, even though you didn't like maybe know the truth. Or if, say someone said something about your family and it could have been true, or your friend and it could have been true, you still jump to their defenses if it wasn't true, which then it causes, it's more, okay, let's get to the bottom line. It's more about what society thinks. It has to do with pleasing society, this idea of society. I feel like this is so deep, girl. Like, I feel like I need to go into this so much deeper than what I'm doing right now. I hope you can understand the message that's coming through, because I feel like there's this idea of pride and sticking up for yourself and sticking up for other people. But when it hits you hard, when it hurts you, when it makes you feel like you need to stick up for yourself, it's because there's something you need to heal. There's something in that phrase that they said you need to heal. There's something you need to think of more deeply. Okay? All right. You just asked a question by asking if you can ask a question. Exactly. Yes. I love when my kids say that. They're like, can I ask you a question? You just did. All right. If you have questions, you just got to throw them in the comments, okay? Because I don't know. If I catch it, I catch it. Warning. Is this a warning for your question? Warning. That's what fell out. Oh, it's 1:11 Eastern Standard Time, my time. And I think what I'm going to do is use this Moonology Oracle deck. Excuse me. Okay, Moonology Oracle deck. It's linked in my bio. This is another great Oracle deck that you'd use if you were a beginner. Okay? Rachel. A win-win outcome is in the forecast for you. Okay, so maintain balance in your emotions. And I feel like whatever it is that you're waiting on, or I actually feel like this is a conversation, and I feel like maybe you'd worried it would get heated, but it feels like it's a good conversation. Okay? Cindy S. Message from your guides. Okay, I feel like you're being told to relax a little bit. And again, nothing will come of the situation. This is a void course moon. This means that I do feel an exhaustion of something. I don't know if you're trying to... This is like the energy that I'm getting. It's almost like when you have someone to come over and clean your house, but you clean your house before they come so they don't think that you're a pig. Like there's something about you thinking about a situation but I feel like it's an avoidance of Now, normally there's an avoidance of a lack of communication, I feel like, in your life, and it does come with sorry, this is a big like situation, I feel like, because I feel like you're trying to avoid something in your conversation or in your speech, and like I feel like it happens. Like, I feel like it happens over and over and over again, where you were supposed to say something or you didn't say something that you needed to, like, you're not speaking your truth, and you end up like avoiding like the big conversation. You end up avoiding like what is I encourage house guests to clean my house if they're up for it. They're not up to my standards. That makes sense. It's like you're avoiding the conversation. You're avoiding saying things to avoid a bigger conversation. And again, I feel like this comes down to another person. I feel like I need to tell you, like, might be why no one visits. LOL. What? There's this energy about you thinking about how someone will react if you say something. So you tend to avoid saying what's on your mind a lot. And I feel like you're just repeating so many karmic cycles because you're avoiding. And I feel like you're not going to get anywhere. This isn't getting anywhere. It's kind of weird. It's like a lot of avoiding to avoid. It's weird how it's coming through. All right, let's do some positive messages from your guides. The Spirit Animal deck, Spirit Animal Oracle deck. Okay, guys, don't forget I have about 15 minutes left where I have $16 readings, $8 readings available through the link in my bio. Okay, so I have aura readings, energy, psychic readings. I will also pull a crystal card for you to tell you what blocks, what crystals you need in your life. So check that out. Stephanie, message for you. Stephanie, you're welcome, love. Okay, your guards are sarcastic. Magic works through you, Stephanie. You are a healer. I think you know this. Why do I have to keep telling you? Okay, magic works through you. You have the touch. You have the intuitive touch, my love. Do you have a tarot deck yet? Do you have an oracle deck yet? Like, you need to get one. Okay? Do you use it? I need to know this, okay? You have magic works through you. Okay, Brittany B. Stephanie's like, yes! Good, keep using it. Brittany, message for you. Okay. So you have the opportunity to change the course. Your guides want you to set some boundaries, some healthy boundaries with the people in your life, and know that when you do this, when you set boundaries, when you no longer allow people to treat you the way that they do, you're going to have this amazing course change of your life, and it's going to send you down this amazing path. You're going to feel so empowered, but you need to set those boundaries. It's going to change your life forever. Okay, it's going to change your life forever. So whoever it is that needs to leave your life that isn't, and you're like, oh, you just feel like it's a nuisance, the relationship is a nuisance, you can set up boundaries and let them go. And it will change your life forever. Okay? Laura, message for you. All right. Love is all around you. It's telling me that you really need a love chakra awakening. You need to embrace the rose quartz, okay? Loving yourself is, honestly, having this heart chakra awakening is the first step to really being able to purely give love for the sake of it. And I can remember when I was going through a heart chakra awakening, I started to tell people in my life that I love them, even friends, coworkers, and it made them so uncomfortable. And I realized that I wasn't comfortable to say it before I was an awakened soul. But when I was awakened and around love all the time, and it was exuding from me, and I was giving it to people and taking love, it was just all about love. It was like I changed those people. I changed their lives. Like, when I was a teacher, I took somebody else's job who was the psychology teacher, and they put him in a different position. Later on, I told him how much I love and appreciated him for being so graceful and stepping aside while I took his job, that I was grateful for him, and that I loved him as a person. And like, he was really, he took it really well, but it was kind of a weird conversation to have. So, it was a different type of love. Someone saying I give too much. I think I give too much love away. It's not about it. That's the thing, is like, I wasn't giving them love. I was showing them the love that I had for them. There's a difference. I was showing them the love and appreciation I had for them in my life. And I wasn't showing them I wasn't passively showing them. Okay. Passively showing someone is like giving them a bunch of attention, doing things for them, being at their every beck and call. That is not showing love. That is trying to earn someone's love. There's a difference between thinking that you're going out of your way to show someone love and having to try to earn someone's love. Okay, think about it really, really easily, like what you're doing. So I don't think that you're actually giving love away. I think you're giving yourself away in order to get love in return. There's a big difference. Okay, sent payment through PayPal. If you sent payment through PayPal through SnipFeed is an LLC, so thank you so much. I do appreciate that. Just don't send PayPal.me and then an email address. Okay, Jessica, I wonder if that was you, Jessica. I see Jessica purchased a crystal chakra reading on here. Okay. Crystal, I said your name and so a card fell out. Slow and steady wins the race, Crystal. Okay? I don't know if that has anything to do with your question, but... Okay. Stephanie E. You're welcome, Laurel. Stephanie E. Oh, Stephanie, I resent your message. Okay, dream the world into being. This is telling me that your manifesting abilities are really heightened right now. It's telling me that your connection to the universe is very fluent. This means that positive and negative, like, law of attraction is awesome unless you're in a negative downward spiral. Okay, if you're in a depressive mind state, law of attraction is a bitch. But for you, I feel like you need to think positive. Dream the world into being is like living the life now. So I'm going to be traveling soon. I'm going to be in an RV, traveling the US. I'm going to be living in an RV. So what I've been doing is the way that I want to live my life in the RV, as far as traveling or maybe giving up coffee or whatever, changing the way I make my dinners and foods and lunches for my family. I'm actually doing it now. I travel. I bring my cards with me everywhere. I put these clips on my cards and I bring them with me. I'm slowly getting rid of drinking coffee because I know I can't like always keep that stuff on me. And the coffee machine is so big in my camper. So like, let's just dream the world into being, but it's like fake it till you make it. Okay, that's real shit. Fake it till you make it's real. Okay. Here we go. Brittany K. Message for you guys. $8, 8 minutes left for the special. Just letting you guys know. Okay. Thanks, Dominique. Okay. Setting healthy boundaries for you too, my love. Set healthy boundaries. And a lot of people are like, what the fuck are boundaries? It's because we weren't taught boundaries as a kid. Like, adults took advantage of us in our lives. They ruled us, they ran us, they told us where to shit, when to shit, what to eat, when to eat. They told us how much we had to eat and what we had to do in order to get dessert. Like, so now, setting healthy boundaries means telling people no. It means you decide. It means you get to decide what you do and why you do it. And if somebody else makes you feel bad about not doing something or doing something the way that you want to for you, they can go fuck themselves, because this is what boundaries are. Okay? Okay. I just saw Jessica say I heard my name. Didn't I just do that? Okay. Natasia. Okay. Don't forget, guys, I post, I'll get right back to you, love. I post all of these lives. I upload them onto YouTube. So whatever I did for that week, by Sunday, I will have them all uploaded. So if you go to the link, okay. I said Stephanie after. So if you go to the link in my bio, okay, hold on. I have to stop for a second. Okay, so if you head to the link in my bio and you scroll all the way to the bottom, you will see my YouTube page for the Meta Movement. Meta Movement, I'm right under it. You'll see my crime investigation show where I do crime psychic investigations with Oracle Brie Marie on Fridays. Okay, so let's get to this reading. I'm going to do Nastasia. I think that's how you say your name. And then I'll do Jessica, and then we'll keep going, okay? So this is for Nastasia. Okay, so I got two cards really important for you. I got the magic runs through you and the koi fish. There's always enough. But now I have to tell you that the magic runs through you. I feel like it ran. I feel something about your ancestors. I feel like people in your family. And I feel like there's a lot of ancestral like bullshit that you're going to have to heal for your family. Like you got passed down a lot of BS, like a lot of fears, a lot of behaviors from your parents, their parents. And I feel like it is your job, like it is part of your soul contract to heal that, which ultimately will heal other people in your family. But just by you healing yourself and setting boundaries, you will ultimately heal other people. Now, I also have to tell you, just believe that you are always enough, because I do feel like when you take this journey, you might be separated from some people that you normally were family or friends with or you were close with, but it's not for long. Okay, the separation is only a wrinkle in time. I feel like the separation is only a wrinkle in time so that you can heal, and then you're going to come back face to face with these relationships again, and that will help heal other people. Okay, now Jessica. Here we go, Jessica. Oh, the reason I said your name, Jessica, was because a reading came through named Jessica. That's why I said Jessica. But I'll do a reading for you anyway. Okay, Jessica, what do you need to know? Truth, this transcends illusion. So, the truth. There's no such thing. Because the truth isn't within you, your truth. 38% on my phone, and I have 38 people in here. Look up the number 38. There really is no truth because there's so many different perspectives. Everybody else has their own emotions in it. Everyone has a past that they've used to create the situation that's going on right now. So the only truth that you need to care about is the one within your own heart. Don't try to look for information elsewhere from other people's points of views. Anytime someone tells you a story about someone saying something else, that's energy that's entering your aura and your energy that you do not need in your life. That's clogging your mind, okay? So it's number 22 as well. Look at that, number 22, guys. Some awesome number signs. The truth is within you, okay? Your cell phone is surprisingly at 38%. See, we're all connected, guys. We're all connected. All right, if you guys have questions on mediumship, you want to connect with those who have passed, please click the link in my bio. I have mediumship readings available too. Someone says, Steph, hey Katie, I bought a reading through TikTok special, but haven't received anything yet. Everything is sent except for one reading, which it doesn't seem like that's your name. So what I would tell you is to please check your spam. Make sure that you're checking to see if the reading is coming from Snipfeed or the reading is coming from Hey Hero, which are the two that I work through. You can also sign back into snipfeed.co and use the same email address. Okay, or if you really are having a hard time, love, just send me a message on Instagram. My Instagram is linked right in my bio, and then tell me your name and I'll look it up for you. This just reminded me, somebody had sent me a message over the weekend because they sent the wrong email address. So the video went to an email address, who knows where it is. So what I have to do now is go back into it, and I can screen record it because I didn't have them saved in my phone. My phone doesn't have that much room to save all the videos. So I just reminded myself that someone asked me to do that in email. So I have to write that down. Please go check. All readings should be through except for one. I have one reading, and her name is, I think it's Suli is her name. So if that's not you, just know that they are all in there. Okay, so I'm going to head to my page now, and I'm changing my prices back to $22 for those types of readings. La la la. Just know that you can still get readings from me during the week, during the evening. And also if you want to catch my lives during the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. Yes, anything is possible. Anything. And a lot of the problems is that we believe that not very much is possible. That's why we live in these really worlds, okay? All right, just bear with me, guys, a little bit. I'm changing the readings back to the normal prices. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. I appreciate you guys being here with me on TikTok. What is the crystal that they say I need? You can book that reading. I have that reading available right now. Let's see. You just have to click the link in my bio. I'm just changing the prices back. My aura reading, changing that back to the original prices. All right. Thank you so much for being here, guys. It was my pleasure connecting with you today. Oh, I did. You just read me. Oh, I did a reading. Okay, Jessica, you just got like a double duty then, girl, because I didn't read the crystal. If you booked a reading with me on here, if you booked that crystal reading, I didn't do that reading yet, but I will get to it. I did a general reading or a message from your guides just now, okay? So you will technically have two readings. That's kind of cool, right? Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that crystal chakra. I'll raise the price a little bit just because, I'll leave that at, what should I leave that at? What should I price that at? Let's do $11. I'll leave that up for the day. So if anybody still would like a reading from my daily crystal inspiration to see what crystals you need in your life that will help unblock any blocks that you have, I'll leave that reading available. The price did go up because I won't be live. But I'm going to get to those readings. If you have an urgent question, please book with the urgent response. I'll get to that first. Gas prices makes everything go up. I know. And boy, do I have a lot of gas today. It was probably the bean soup that I had yesterday. I'm just kidding. I'm just playing along with you, love. Well, this inflation, I mean, think about it. If we have inflation and the prices of everything goes up and your paycheck doesn't go up, then you took a pay cut, right? I was just kidding about the gas, girl. But gas prices are going to be important to me because we will be traveling. So, and you know what? I just texted my husband before I came on live and I said, I need to get away. I need to go somewhere. I need to get away. So I'm hoping that he takes me like camping for like 3 days or something like that. He's trying to sell his Hot Wheels collection so that we can have a weekend getaway, even though we're going to be living in a camper. I like, yeah. I don't know. I forgot what I was going to say. Well, see, I didn't need a reason for my prices to go up because I had a reason for them to go down, which was the live. Right? Oh, goodness gracious. I forgot what I was going to say. I don't know. Right now, my yes. If I do end up going anywhere for a couple of days, I'm probably going to start creating courses or classes for you guys to whatever it is you want to learn. What do you want to learn? How to create a business doing mediumship and psychic work or tarot work, reading cards. I can definitely help you guys figure out what to do. Like I said, in January, I did my first like psychic reading. In February, I went public, but I did all free readings in February. And then March 1st is when I started charging. And then I think after 3 months into it is when I raised my prices, and they haven't changed since. So it is hard. It is difficult as a psychic or medium to figure out how to price your time. That was a huge struggle for me. And I know it's going to be a struggle for other people. So, all right, let's do one last reading. Let's do one last name. We'll do one last name, Dominique. Okay. One last name, Dominique. And I'm going to use my Green Witch Tarot. Green Witch. Okay. One last name. Who's it going to be? Mari. Okay. Mari, what do your guides want you to know? That card. Okay. Continuance. Keep going. Don't stop when things get hard. Don't stop when... Okay, this is how I feel. Like, when I started this journey and I had an idea, I had a path, I wanted to do something, and then something stopped me. Something jumped in my way, and I used to say this. I used to believe this was the universe telling me that I couldn't do it. I used to believe it was fate. Like, here's an obstacle. I guess I'm not supposed to do this. Turn around, run the other way. No. Every day you will have an obstacle. Every day something will ask you. You will be forced to ask yourself, how bad do I want this? Do I want to push through this? How much? It's not the universe trying to tell you no. It's your fear trying to push you back into what you're used to. So don't believe that any obstacles that are in your path are meant for you to turn around. The obstacles are meant for you to push through and continue, because once you push through them, you don't have to do it again. It's like there's 33 people in my phone. 33 people in here, 33% on my phone. Listen, continue, keep it going. Life is going to throw obstacles. You know why? Because you have to want it. It feels better when you want it. Right? You have to want it. Ask yourself how bad you want it and push through it. Okay? All right, guys. Wow, thank you for that. I really used to believe that. Yeah, that is not the universe. I used to believe it too. I used to think it was the universe. I used to think that was divine. Like, screw that. No, it's how bad you want it. Your battery's on 66%. Are you charging it? 33, 66. Ah! All right, guys, I'm going to get to some readings. I don't know what I'm going to do today. Relax. I'm going to ship some orders. If I got any orders today, you will get a beautiful feather dish with that order. Okay, you guys, everyone's like, I've got no battery. Okay, let's go charge. Okay, recharge, get some water. You guys go drink some water, drink some alkaline water. Your body will thank you. Okay, and I thank you. I appreciate it, and I hope to work with you guys in the future. Bye, guys.